Did I scare you? It's October 30th as this video will be uploaded, which is very close to Halloween. And I thought, well, let me do a Halloween song. I searched up the best Halloween songs, and this song came up, INXS, Devil Inside. And I thought, I love INXS. I've never heard this, and the music video from the thumbnail looks pretty fun. So we're going to get into this one today. I don't remember the last time I reacted to INXS was. I believe I've done them this year. But either way, like I said, they said it's a Halloween track, and it's good for this time of the season. So let's get into it, talk about it after, watch the video. Hopefully it doesn't get blocked. And here we go. Michael Hutchence and the Boys. What an intro. Lord. Ooh.
Here come the woman with a look in her eye.
Tyson.
Wrist on leather with flesh on the mind. Words and weapons, sharper than knives, makes you wonder how the other half died. Other half died. Makes you wonder. But here come the man with a look in his eye. He's fed on nothing but full of pride. Look at him go, look at him kick. Makes you wonder how the other half live. Devil inside, the devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. Devil inside, devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. Oh. Here come the world, the look in its eye. Future uncertain, but certainly slight. Look at the faces, listen to the bells. It's hard to believe we need a place called hell. Place called hell. The devil inside, the devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. Devil inside, the devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. Ooh. A woman with a look in her eye. She's raised on leather, flesh on the mind. Words and weapons, sharper than knives, makes you wonder how the other half died. The devil inside, the devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. The devil inside, the devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. The devil inside, the devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. Devil inside, devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside.
mask again. All right. I had to take a pause there to take a water break. My goodness, I don't know what's going on with my throat, but I do know what's going on here, I hope. Devil Inside from INXS, and watching this video too. I mean, you got the green lights, you got the red lights, it's a bit dark. You got the band dancing. It looks like they're in the strip club. I mean, at one point it looked like Michael was on a pole for a second there, which I mean, I'm sure was a lot of people's dreams in 1988 and 87 here, when this album came out. But yeah, just watching them have so much fun. I mean, again, I know I should talk about the song automatically, but I just think about their album here, Kick. I've done so many different songs. I've reacted to a lot of their songs off of Kick, and it's because Kick has so many bangers, and just how the band was on top of the world here, and how, again, they did have other good albums to come out, but of course, them being on top of the world wouldn't last forever. And you just think about how, again, I think Michael was like 26, 27 around this time, born in 1960, I believe, and yeah, just again how none of it would last forever, of course, and we know Michael's passing. Anyway, so I don't know, just all that comes to mind when I'm watching them have so much fun here, and again, how the song is a bit dark. It's obviously seductive as hell, but I feel like almost every song can be seductive because you got Michael singing on it. I mean, Michael's instrument is his voice, and like the band, reading quotes and stuff, how the band said, his voice was his instrument. He didn't really know how to read music. He didn't really know how to, I guess, all he knew, was he would tell the band, I want it to sound like this, and they would, transfer that into notes and such, and yeah, and how that all came to be. But yeah, watching him dance around, have fun, it was just nice to see. Anyway, and you talk about the devil inside. You talk about, again, I talked about quotes. You talk about God and the devil. You talk about religion. You talk about a life of excess. I mean, in excess here, you talk about that, and that comes to mind too. I think about rich and poor. There's different lines there. How does the other half feel or live or whatever? We'll get to that, the lyrics later on. But yeah, so many different things come to mind. And really, I do know too that Michael was really into the whole God and devil thing at this point in his life. He says he wrote a lot of songs about that stuff. And this is just another one, really. And how really, when you're going through life and things just seem like everything seems to be going well, and all of a sudden the devil comes into play and messes things up for you. That was another kind of quote that I read from Michael Hutchence. But anyway, you want to talk about a backbeat that just won't quit. John Ferris here on the drums, of course. His work just, you can't go unnoticed. That's the first thing off the get-go. And then I just love that video when Michael has the mask. Yeah, I didn't even know it was his hair, whatever was on his hair there, and he turns around, ha ha ha. It's just almost like a freaking Vincent Price moment for a second. I don't know. It's just, again, I just think about Halloween. But yeah, just to show, I don't know, it was almost a bit humorous to me, and a little bit of dark humor here, because again, talking about the devil and stuff, you don't really think about, I guess, laughing, but it was just a great little intro anyway. And almost a primal beat, I guess I would say, almost a primal kind of drum pattern from John, but at the same point, so danceable. I can imagine this was played, at least from the video, everyone's dancing around. So yeah, I would imagine this was played in clubs and bars and all that stuff, especially back here in the 1980s when it came out. And yeah, and then you got, over top of that, Michael Hutchence's just beautiful, sultry, dark voice, and seductive. I don't know if I already said that, but yeah, I think I did. But yeah, his voice adds to that seductive tone that the guitar is already given here from. I don't know if it's Tim or Andrew, because looking at the personnel, I can't find the personnel just for the song. I'm sure I could, but anyway, I'm looking at the Kick personnel for the whole album. But I do believe it's Tim on the lead guitar here, who had the lead guitar solo in there too. And just watching him go, and just watching him, I don't know, not really take anything away from the song. I talk about how that the song itself is very sultry and very just intense at the same point, and just very enticing and entrancing, and all these things, hypnotizing, whatever the hell, because it's just so beautiful and beautifully dark. And there's something about it that just draws you in. Maybe it is just Michael Hutchence, at least with the video. But watching, I want to say Tim again. Either way, one of the Ferris brothers on the guitar there, he just, I don't know, goes to town. And again, the solo fits so well for the track, and doesn't take away from Michael. Again, his whispers and how he would get fired up at different points. And even though, again, there's that guitar solo, the guitar work, the drum work is so important. Yeah, the keys as well, which gave it quite the bounciness, quite the bouncy feel, quite a uplifting feel as well. Because again, even though we're talking about some religious and dark imagery and the devil and all this stuff, there's still a bright feeling to it. It still feels upbeat, especially, like I said, when that keyboard comes in, it's like, holy moly. It does really sound very 80s, I have to say there too, with that keyboard sound. But yeah, it was just, I don't know, I don't know where the hell I was going with that. But yeah, just talk about, again, the whispering and how Michael would get even more fired up, especially near the end of the song when he was just saying, yeah, 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 what all this stuff. And I mean, I don't know, just listening to him at different points in the track, when he would just have his moments, or when he would just say, yeah, 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 or he would just have an uh-huh, or mm-hmm, and then just him doing that kind of a thing. It's very minute, but to me, it just, I don't know, his voice is always just so great, and again, seductive, and just it brings you in. And I mean, his voice matched his face, hot as hell. So anyway, I guess I'll look at the personnel here and just give their names once more. Again, this is for the whole album of Kick. So I don't know if everybody's on this track, but we'll give them their names anyway. Would you believe it? Michael Hutchence is on lead vocals. There you go. Andrew Ferris is on keyboards and guitars. So I imagine, okay, he was the only one on keyboards that I see here, so he was doing the keyboard line anyway. Tim Ferris on guitars. Kirk Pingilly, it's been so long I've been reacting to them, and I still don't know how to say his last name. But it says he was on guitars, saxophone, and backing vocals, again, for the album. And then we have, again, I don't know if it's Gary Beers or Gary Beers. Either way, Mr. Beers on bass guitar here and backing vocals, and John Ferris, I do know how to say John Ferris, is on drums here and backing vocals too. But again, just that beat that won't quit, and it never had to. I didn't want it to, and it just, I don't know, again, there's a primal kind of feel to it, and there's a danceable feel, which again, always goes very well with the funk and rock blend that the band was doing, especially on this album. And I love that, reading up on this album, how the band said they weren't really paying attention to what other guys were doing, other bands were doing. They wanted to do this. They wanted to have the sound themselves. It was something they were always interested in, and obviously, I would say it paid off. Holy moly, with the sales of this album, and how many of these songs just went on to be, groundbreaking and hits and all that stuff. So there you go. But anyway, I already talked about kind of what I think the song is about a bit, so we'll get into these lyrics now to, expand upon that. So here we go with the intro. Again, just what a crazy intro. I don't know, crazy, but just an unexpected intro, and made me laugh. Again, Devil Inside, I don't know what to expect. Just to hear that was fun. And then here we go. Let's do some Wrong, which was put in a whisper. And again, Michael Hutchence whispering is just, too much for me to handle. We got the first verse here. Here come the woman. And I love how this is so minute and who gives a fuck. But here come the woman. It's not comes, it's here come the woman. Just something about his delivery, just the way he delivers some lyrics here is just fun to me. But yeah, with the look in her eye, raised on leather with flesh on her mind. Again, I'm thinking about some, I don't know, seductive things there. I mean, leather and flesh on her mind almost sounds like a fetish or something. But either way, raised differently, you might say anyway. You think about the devil. You think about these things like that. Anyway, words as weapons, sharper than knives. Again, these words can hurt. These words are sharper than knives. And again, I mean, Michael is a singer. I mean, some of his words can hit harder than knives. Makes you wonder how the other half die. Makes you wonder. And again, I just think about all these things that I already talked about. Now that I've been yammering on for a while, I don't know if I already said it or not, but I just think about both sides here and how both sides come to play in the video. You talk about this woman, then you talk about the man who comes up in the next part. You talk about poverty or richness, and all these things come to mind in a life of excess, and in a life of not having any excessive things. I mean, this all just comes into my big fat head. I mean, I know that's so vague, but there you go. Anyway, here come the man with the look in his eye. Again, here come the man. He's fed on nothing but full of pride. And again, I don't know if that's a poverty thing or what, but he's fed on nothing, but he's full of pride. And I know a lot of men are full on pride, and it gets them in trouble sometimes. Look at them go. Look at them kick. Makes you wonder how the other half live. And again, look at them go. Look at them kick. If I did not watch the video, I would think they're having a fight. And even in the video, it looked like they might have been having a fight of some kind, whatever, the man and the woman here. But they were more dancing. I mean, almost was like a dirty dancing kind of a feel. But there's that line again, makes you wonder how the other half live. The other half who, I guess, again, who don't have this devil inside, maybe, who don't have this excess, or who live, not as well off as this man or woman or whatever the hell. I mean, this man and woman seem to be coming from different sides anyway. My God. But anyway, we go into the hook, of course, and the hook, my God. Devil inside, the devil inside, every single one of us, the devil inside. And when Michael is saying that stuff to you, you're like, yeah, I do. I mean, you agree with anything he says, but he is being pretty truthful here. I mean, yeah, we all have a devil inside. We all have a dark side to us, which sounds edgy to say, but it's true. Of course, I mean, the left brain, right brain kind of thing comes to mind. Devil inside, every single one of us, the devil inside. And some people are better at hiding their devil. Some people let their devil hang out. And yeah, and it just, I don't know. So that comes into play as well. And how like I already talked about, all of us have some kind of a dark side, and again, some people can hide it better than others. And some people are just, always angelic, but again, some people could turn to quite the scoundrel. at points in their life. Here, and then we have the second verse. Here come the world. Now, here come the world, my goodness gracious, with the look in its eye, future uncertain, but certainly slight. And future uncertain, and again, I don't know if I've said it before, but Michael Hutchence does give me Jim Morrison vibes. So when he said future uncertain, I thought of course, the line, the future's uncertain, but the end is always near. My goodness gracious. Look at the faces, listen to the bells. It's hard to believe we need a place called hell, a place called hell. And it's like, is he saying that because hell is almost a place on earth already? And then you have the great guitar solo one more time that added a lot to the atmosphere. And then we have the same third verse over that I've already talked about, then the hook and the outro. And that outro of, again, Michael just kind of feeling himself with the uh-huhs and the oh yeahs. And I mean, I could listen to Michael do that for 5 minutes long. I mean, he doesn't really even have to talk about the devil inside and all this stuff. But it's nice substance, I guess, to his track. But either way, as I'm at the end of this track here now, I know I yap a lot, but I just wanted to also mention this. Of course, after Michael Hutchence's incident when he hit his head, I know there was a taxi involved. He was in a different country, I do believe. Anyway, on vacation or something. He hit his head, and after that, it kind of had a downward spiral on his life. People said he became very irritable, whatever. People said he became angry, and it was just a different person. And I just think about how the song almost foreshadows that. And just, I don't know, and how his devil came outside of him, whatever, because of all these things happening. Again, after he hit his head, from what I've heard, he just became so much different, depressed, and all these things. And yeah, again, his career began to decline after that. And I just think about how, he became less of an angel, whatever you want to go with all this religious imagery that's going on here, and his devil kind of came outside. He had a hard time hiding it after that. But anyway, that also just came to my head at the end of this. But I guess that's all I gotta say. So thank you for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, and watching so close to Halloween. Again, I wanted to do this because it was on a list of Halloween songs that I said, well, what the hell? I love INXS. Here we are. So thanks for everything. I'll talk to you guys again soon.